Right, we're back. It feels like we are due for a Haven assault. I don't know if I actually want to retrain anyone. Let's see if we haven't got the bonds going yet. Ranger, Ranger, Ranger. I need this one to happen. We're almost there. What's that hat called again? That traditional hat that Khabib wears? Big fluffy thing. It's very cool. See you guys. This is a Ranger. Needs to bond with a Grenadier. God, it's so hard getting the bonds you want. Alpaca. Very cool. I feel bad when I think about Khabib because he's without a doubt one of, if not the greatest in that division. I feel the same about him the way I do with Damian Maya. I mean, like, I'll have to admit that I'm a casual, you know. I enjoy MMA, but I'm a casual. The grappling, wrestling heavy guys are just, I'm sorry, they're just not as entertaining to watch as the pure strikers. Like, for me, the number one most entertaining fighter on the roster is Uriah Hall. He's also the most fucking frustrating, because if he just got his mind right and realized his potential, I don't know who could beat him. Like the Uriah Hall who was running through the tough house in season 17. I don't know who beats that guy. But then he almost killed Adam Sala. And he's never the same since. Yeah, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, like, that spinning wheel kick, and then Adam Sala lying there going, like his diaphragm being in spasm, and like the look on Uriah's face, just going, sorry Adam, you could check, you actually see that someone getting traumatized. And it's, you know, it might feel shitty to be like, we almost killed the dude, what about the dude he almost killed? That's trauma. But man, if you don't follow MMA, just go to YouTube and just type Uriah Hall, Adam Sala, or just best knockouts UFC. It's on any of the highlights. I've never seen a knockout like it. It's fucking unbelievable. Okay, who can we send out here? Are there any Bravo squad members that can... We do actually have a task sergeant there. Bond training. I need a task sergeant to do this part 2 tech sergeant. If I wait 3 days, we can send Kakabilo out. Which honestly I think is worth it. Or we do a quick soldier bond, but that's 11 days. And this reminds me, the Grenadier here, we need to bump Bust a Nut and get in Davies, and then Charlie gets Bust a Nut. Nice. Yeah, that's a 14-day mission, but I'm hoping to send Kakabilo and Osiris once they finish bond training. I think it's worth waiting. Also, because of their increased bond level, they will spend one less day doing it. What's up, Milky? No, Booze Martin is our Alpha Squad Sharpshooter. He has 101 accuracy. I think he's Tech Sergeant. 3 days. Oh, we got the supplies, that's right. Well, let's wait. We might as well wait to the end of the month. Is there anything I could do or build now? We might as well get the proving ground going. Power relay, so we'll go workshop. Power relay, resistance comms. I need 8 supplies for the workshop.
Proving ground facility construction initiated.
Long overdue. September. It's starting the proving ground in September. Wow. Six days for rebels. No thanks. There we go. Okay, so +4 will or +3 aim for the it's Clickabilo's bondmate, which is a gunner. So the gunner would benefit more from the accuracy. Where is he? What Fox? No. Osiris. Wow, Tech Sergeant and Sergeant. Quite a big difference between them. Moderate capture chance, so we'll send along, let's say, Bust a Nut. Does that not affect, what was it? See, that's nice. Okay, so it was 14 days, then it becomes 13 because of their bond level. Excellent.
Understood, Commander. My followers will appreciate the
Lads, it's almost payday.
soldiers.
It's almost payday. Store and Tom G. Is that a Charlie squad? They're already nice. These bond levels are amazing. It's so good. Okay, we've already upgraded. At the end of the month, I can now add popular support there, or 25% supplies increase, and the number is going to be even higher than 749. Whoopsie! What was that? 4 days. 0. 1 day. 0 days. Hack the computer for 7 days. For 31 intel. Aggression. Grant some enemy units the aggression ability. That's actually worth shutting down, and it's worth boosting as well.
Setting course for the Indian Regional Zone.
I really don't want aggression. The thing is, aggression actually applies to melee attacks from the guys who zap you, so it's really quite nasty. Tundra. I'm not crazy about Tundra. Let's get Classic 2. Well, I mean, we could boost because we're going to get the intel back anyway. That's 32 intel. Seven days, 22. That's 10 to 12 if I send 6 of us in. The rest is this. We've got guys on covert action. I could send out a couple Charlie squad guys. Ranger plus Grenadier, but no, he's not available. Sharpshooter plus Gunner, but the Gunner's not available. These guys are bond training. Do 6 of us just take on 10 to 12 of them? Hack the hidden resistance computer. If I have a specialist, I think these guys can take on 10 to 12. $122. How long till end of the month? 18 hours. Yeah, I doubly don't want to boost because that's an extra 30 intel. That's very nice. One more time. We have 260. So yeah, this will get us the 280 we need. Milky, I think you might have died, yeah. We've only had 4 fatalities so far. Okay, so no technical available. If I've ever seen a Grenadier who has to use an SMG because of lack of mobility, that's him. But that's fine. As we saw in the other mission, a nice beefy health. Look at that. Combat awareness, aim. What's his will like? It's fine. Actually, I need to give him mobility. His mobility is far too low. The Hulkster, I'm actually going to give him the hack because it's only a basic hacking. Very soon I'll be able to find advanced or elite hacking. And then we can just try to buy that for the alpha. Wait a second. We already have Burnout and Napalm X. So my question is, at what point does it become worth it to switch from pressurized tanks to Gauntlet? I think once he gets to Incinerator, then we'll stop taking 2 rockets. Because right now, I think the extra rocket is still better than the damage mechanical units. I think, yeah, once you have 4 shots with increased range and wider area of effect, then you want the pressurized tanks. I've also got to start paying attention now to the bonus skills, because like here, you've got clutch shot, so he needs a mag pistol. What are you saving up for, Davies? Flush, bring him on, combat fitness. With this low mobility, I don't think I can justify giving him a pistol. But then again, he is a Grenadier, so still only 12 mobility. It would be 11 if I gave him a pistol. But then again, I can give him clutch shot, which is guaranteed damage. I hardly need tell any of you how important guaranteed damage is. There's the Predator armor. Who do I give the spider suit? I think to Cassie. She'll benefit from the grapple. The specialist is a touch slow. Technical 8 hit points. Medkit for poison immunity. Ceramic plating. I might be able to do some more Pred armor. Good point. Let's do that. Who actually needs it the most? 8 hit points on the Shinobi. I think we give it to the specialist. And the Shinobi can actually carry the nanoscale, which is now 10 plus 2, 9 plus 2 there. Extra dodge. I could switch that around, but the Shinobi doesn't need the mobility from the grapple. The spider suit on the Shinobi is just to increase the dodge, really. Let's take a look. What am I missing here? I need to check whether I have any elites that I can swap in there. Advanced laser, auto loader, advanced auto, thank you, and a hair trigger. Yeah, nothing that I can fit on there. The technical, yeah, let's give him poison immunity, ceramic plating. What else does he have? He doesn't have to carry smoke. I've got 2 free smoke uses here. I've got a free flashbang on him. So I'm actually going to leave this open unless there is... I could give him an ammo type, which I think I will do. The ranger needs armor piercing. The specialist, not particularly. What do I give you? What I need here is mobility. I may as well give him aim. No, not aim. Will. The ranger has aim, so that's good. Specialist needs hack. Technical, I could technically give the technical aim, but that's a waste. Those aim PCSs are going to go onto the rangers and gunners. Operation Stormfist, hack the hidden resistance computer. We have most of Bravo squad. Cassie, Kink, Deus Ex, Scorcher, the Hulkster, and the Exile. This is the Exile's first mission. I think he and Bolea might actually have the same officer level. It will be interesting to see which of them actually gets the officer abilities.
Sky Ranger to
Menace, ready to deploy.
Okay, both squads are out, so there's no point in gathering intel for a bit.
setting course for the West Asian corridor.
So the first thing we're going to spend is resistance comms, West Asia and New Arctic recruitments.
I had high hopes for the resistance.
Ooh, a lot of faceless.
Leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
But honestly, at this point, with the faceless, we are close enough to getting coil guns that once we get coil guns, then we can root out the faceless, because once we've rolled out coil guns, that'll mean that all of the Haven guys will have laser or laser weapons, yeah. That's going to make those fights a lot easier. Doing them now with ballistic weapons on the support guys, the other lads, it's not going to be good. So resource rewards on all missions by 15. Popular support 1 and 2, so 25% supply drops. Any shredding is +1. Black market 20%. Will recovery, additional power we don't need.
Consider it done, Commander.
So just bear in mind, look at that, it went from 775 to 1158. And we only have four jurisdictions in contact.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
I could just start coil guns at the end of the month, which I think we probably should do.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Okay, so of this money, what is mandatory?
West Asia.
Resistance comms is mandatory.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
I agree,
Just
Raffle.
give the
Holo
word
target
order,
is then
Sergeant
armor.
Commander.
I think let's complete rolling out armor to Alpha and Bravo squads before we even research coil guns. The thing is, if I start coil guns now, it'll be a month before we even use them anyway. Well, 14 days. That's also a good point, yeah. Armor for the Blackwatch guys. So the Skirmisher and the Reaper are going to be going on the Haven Assault mission. Technically I don't need the auto pistol. We need 2 holo targeters, 2 vibro blades. The Templar will be getting his armor, don't you worry, but it's just less of a priority. I want to make sure. So we said we needed. So let's just build Alpha Squad's armor. So 1 EXO suit that belongs to Alpha. Both these spider suits belong to Alpha, so we do 1 more for Bravo. That means 1, 2, 3. Meaning 5 Predator armor. So that is Alpha Squad's full armor now. If I build 4 spider suits, I've then got 2 each for Alpha and Bravo, which is very nice. And the Templar can have his armor as well. And there's all our money gone. Okay, so at least at the end of next month, we will have enough money that we'll be able to get payday, go straight to the black market, and just buy everything.
Market is open.
Advent Trooper Corps. If they're paying double for troopers, I've got to sell them. And stun lancers. And the stun lancers can go as well, because we've actually already done all the tier 2 stuff. Alloys, Illyrium. A scientist is expensive. We don't need another Grenadier. Illyrium core. Advanced hacking, that's very nice. What can I do with 130 supplies though? Well, actually, I want to get this as quick as possible, and building another relay is going to be 200. Relay and hack workstation.
Market is open.
So if I can find 70 supplies here. We can build the other radio relay. Plated skirmisher, nanoscale. Already, the core guns will come during this month, and well, during this next month, during the month of, has October started now? During September. Thanks to the chair, Syndron.
Market is open.
Oh, the curtains. That's funny, Syndron. Good one. I'm so sorry. I thought there was a young lady up here. Oh, I can understand that. That's such a smart little one-liner, like, someday, son, all this will be yours. What, the curtains? Not the curtains, you tit.
Setting course for the West Asian Corridor.
And the whole, this is a joyous occasion. This is no time to argue and bicker over who killed who. Should be celebrating. Ah, fuck's sake. Six, 7, 8. How much longer? We have 27 hours here, so if I spin this for like another 12 hours. Viper has huge tracts of land. I'm just going to save because I don't want to screw up the timing here. I need to leave it until about, let's say, 5 hours on that supply convoy. So 6:20 a.m. And then invest in improving their targeting systems, increasing their crit chance. Oh, do we just miss it? That went by awfully quick. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that whole day just flew past there. It said 20 hours. Man, that was quick. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just quickly load. I'm going to like literally spin, count 1 Mississippi, and then see how long that goes. Because I'm just hoping that if that is long enough, then that alpha squads can go from 13 to 15 to 12, 10 to 12. Just that one last pod. $19 hours. 13 to 15. 10 hours. 13 to 15. Now we're just going to have to boost and take the intel hit. We're still going to be getting 11 intel out of that, which gets up to 274. And a bit of spinning at Reaper headquarters will get us the intel we need. Well, this will be nice and easy then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alpha squad against 7 to 9. Let's not be overconfident. I desperately have to make sure I don't get anyone wounded now on this mission. Because getting them wounded is going to delay them going on the headquarters assault. If someone gets wounded, for however long they are injured for, that's how long it's going to delay doing the headquarters mission.
Positions concealed.
Okay, I'm pretty familiar with this map.
Moving out.
We have a fair amount of time, so where's the Shinobi? Ogmon. We'll have Ogmon head off this way, and Raven head off the other way, and then once we find the enemies, lads can group up.
Enemy sighted.
Just a little drone.
Double time. I'm all over it. Time to motor.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, did I get spotted?
Hulbaxen.
Look at the beef on that lad. Advent First Sergeant, 16 hit points. You guys notice how quickly there is a jump in the enemy hit points, and how great the jump is. Internship is over. Well done, Morden. Congrats, man. I hope something employment-wise comes of it. Hey, and gifted subs, you're too kind. Curses. We've been rumbled, lads.
Cover my flank. Il va nous prendre de flanc.
Brazzer Stepbro is still one of my favorite names in the channel. Stepbro, what are you doing?
As you order, Commander.
My liege!
So how do we quickly and easily kill this drone like that, I think?
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Now it's a question of how do we get up here and overwatch these nerds. I can't believe that doesn't give me vision. Anyway, let's get up there.
I will not waver.
Well, I mean, I would imagine working in a kindergarten, the stress isn't the kids, the stress is the parents. Imagine the parents must be just a bunch of, well, for lack of a better word, C words. A bunch of C words. They are. Parents are the worst. They all think their little kids are precious little angels. No, I'm sure they can, but you know, my mom was a teacher for 44 years, and she never once came home crying because kids were horrible. But she very often came home crying because her colleagues or the principal or a parent. Anyway, my mom got to retire, so good for her.
Why am I on cargo duty?
I call you Dad, sweet. Not sweet as in sweet. I mean sweet as in, oh, that's sweet.
I can handle that. Affirmative. Covering now.
On Overwatch. Tout de suite.
On Overwatch.
Any Overwatchers? It hit. It hit. No yellow activation, so thank goodness for that. And we should be able to get some flankerinos here.
Zippers out.
Feel the same way, Mr. Advent Dude. Who else is going to be able to get into range? MAL.
Guess that'll be okay.
I'm trusting you here.
Technicals and specialists are bonded. So we'll see whether we can wound this nerd. I actually feel like I need a bit of holo targeting here.
Let's do this.
We have 3 flanking shots, all at around 70%. Ah, fuck it. The Raven is able to go back into stealth.
They found us.
Modern's Germany, I think.
Something here.
3 down. Probably 6 still to go.
That's a sea, Chef.
Okay, I'll go.
Closing on target position now. Finally.
I wish I had stayed with German when I was in high school. I took 3 years of German language. I said this before, I'll say it again. It was really hard, I really struggled with it. And then in my, it wasn't third year, second year. Well, what is that move, Stobbie? I thought the wall was closed on the other end there. Anyway, I got to the genitives. Dat oder die oder das. Male table, female chair, gender neutral floor. And I was like, alright, fuck this language.
Moving to position.
Fuck's sake. We have a bunch of grouped up lads, so hopefully the snakes will just spit poison at us.
I'm spotted.
Male, see there you go, male floor. Like how are you supposed to remember that? I've got to remember the pronouns of my furniture. Fuck off. Bloody Germans. Ugh, these specters, man.
I'm being flanked.
Some of the African languages are surprisingly difficult, eh? Oh, a tongue shot actually hit. The tongue shot never hits. This one needs to miss though, because if he gets tongued here, oof, ow, he could have been pulled to where other people can see him. I think I need cover destruction for this Spectre. I wonder if I can grapple. Yeah, I can grapple here and then flank shoot the Spectre twice. Well, she's right. I mean, like, the thing is, you just know, because you grow up your whole life getting told all of it. Like, for me, when speaking English, I mean, I hear people say something like, oh, I've been playing this new game, it's so addicting. Which to me, I know it as addictive. And technically, in terms of the language, addicting is grammatically not incorrect. But it just lands into my ear like a big wet fart, and I can't fucking handle it. And I hear someone say, oh, that thing is so addicting. I want to fucking scream when I hear that. I think that's the rocket, but we need to move P-Flax then. Probably could have used P-Flax better to destroy that cover, but never mind. Well, see, the thing is, Bonjour, that's exactly my point. Both ways are fine, but I've been raised to have addicting just land jarringly and really piss me off, because I've been told it's addictive.
Impressed yet?
But I do tend to be quite particular about my English. Like I say, like I said, that mission was hard. I'm like, really? Did you feel it? Was it like the opposite of soft? I think you mean to say it was difficult. But I try to not be too nerdy about it because it's so fucking lame.
I'm going.
Right. Where's my Rocketeer? Marsha? See those two snakes? Fuck their shit up, please.
Launching.
I don't particularly have to use the Rocketeer, but we've got 2 of them. Alright, she killed one straight up. Struth.
I stalk my prey.
So this is 7 after this one, so only 2 or 3 left.
The objective is here.
2 big mechs, that'll be easy enough.
I'm trusting you here.
That was the technical that damaged that snake, so let's have the specialist finish it off for the extra bond synergy.
I guess that'll be okay. I definitely got that one. Vigilance.
I'm ready.
Put a full stop, it's after, and that's the end of it. There is no debate. If you're saying like, My chat are pretty cool, in brackets. Sometimes there are a bunch of C words, close bracket, full stop. What does he think it is? My bunch are generally quite nice, but sometimes they can be a bunch of C words, open bracket, C words, open brackets, bunch of C words, full stop, close bracket, full stop. No. Unless you have some sort of brain injury, then you shouldn't be doing that. Like, the thing is, this is, I can get quite particular about it. Like, my boss's boss's boss, the head of my department, is a very skilled, very professional exec. But I want to scream when she emails me because she doesn't seem to know how to use colons. And she's one of those people who just vomits a chain of consciousness onto the page and presses send. She doesn't read, she doesn't spell check, she doesn't proofread. Drives me up the cocking wall. You get an instruction, then you have to try read it and try understand it and try break it apart. I end up calling her and like, what are you talking about? And I have this crazy idea that if you're going to be an executive in one of the biggest banks in South Africa, having, you know, a decent command of the language is pretty important. And it's not a racial thing. It's a professional exec thing. Because if you're going to be a leader, the ability to very precisely and very concisely and accurately and without any ambiguity express yourself is so important. Anyway. Yeah, indeed, Martin. Like, I mean, I took Zulu for a couple of years as well, and it was just absolutely impenetrable. Like, I can do the click easily enough, and the click isn't as hectic as the click in like isiXhosa or Sepedi, but the thing is, it's because their grammar is so difficult, so different. It's when the grammar gets different that it gets so fucking hard. But if you're talking cool sounding languages, rewatch that scene in Ace Ventura Pet Detective 2, where he's talking to the Wachutu. The Wachutu are actually speaking isiXhosa. Those are South African actors. And the chief of the Wachutu is speaking isiXhosa. It sounds so cool. We've got an overwatching mech. So I want to get a rocket in there. It should be showing us damage going straight through. But Commander, on the whole, using wrong word thing, all of what I'm saying has, with the, I hope, obvious caveat that you cut people slack if it's not their first language. Can the specialist get this kill? No. It's a they have different abilities.
You see that? Whatever you say.
I'm fairly sure both of them can shoot across the map. Both of them don't have the range limitation.
Non-evade detection.
Oh yeah, and dyslexia, yeah, that makes it quite difficult as well. Almost said hard there.
Overwatch. Advent forces on the ground.
Really? Bonus drone.
Check it before you get too close.
Great shot, Criddlefix. Oh, I forgot to call in evac. Shit.
We've got Advent here.
Yeah, I didn't get it. We are being flanked. Fire's getting close here.
I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, it might be apocryphal, but apparently due to the language differences. You know the movie with the Bruce Willis movie, The Sixth Sense? I'm sure you've all seen it and you all know what the twist is at the end. Apparently in China it was just called Child Sees Dead People. That was just how it... they couldn't get a translator. So if you watched The Sixth Sense in China, it was thoroughly spoiled for you.
Now is the time to leave. This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Let's kill the mech, because the assault did damage there, so the bondmate finishes it off. Let's get some synergy going. And wherever possible, and it's an easy kill, I give it to the technical and the specialist. Can she really not get to there? Okay. P-Flax.
I can handle that.
I mean, I think you've mentioned something about translating. I'm interested because, like, translating software must be getting better and better, but I imagine there's still a lot of things that are by no means perfect. Technical and specialist. So how do I get them both to damage this dude without one of them outright critting and killing? I suppose what I'm trying to do is diplomatically ask you that, aren't you worried about your job becoming, you know, what's the word, obsolete? It needs to be the Bron and Fiddle Fritz. And this could quite easily do 8 to kill him. So I think fire probably won't kill him. Unless it rolls an 8.
Prepping flamethrower.
Like, I'm sure Google Translate, I'm like, but my point is, like, the technology isn't there. But I can't imagine that the technology won't get there eventually. Let's go grab the spectacles. Oh yeah. But the thing is, in principle, I can't see that eventually one day
My life is in your hands.
it'll be damn near perfect. I mean, so many machines are getting better and better at the Turing test. For better or worse. There was a second mech there, wasn't it? Let's grab the other mech.
Seems doable.
Oh, absolutely. Syndron, so Andrew Yang talks about automation very well. His podcast with the Joe Rogan one was good, but I thought he was better on Sam Harris because Sam is such a better interviewer. If you haven't already, you should go listen to Sam Harris interview Andrew Yang. I think it was the first time Yang was on Sam Harris. And Yang just broke down how automation is going to potentially ruin the world economy unless certain things are done. It's fascinating. Like me, I mean, I'm in regulatory banking compliance, and my job is excruciatingly vulnerable to getting automated. But hopefully just not in my working lifetime. Spoiled Moiler, thanks for following, you bloody peasant.
Moving quickly.
But I'm very much of the feeling if something can be automated and being, you know, having that thing automated is better for society as a whole. It has to happen. It sucks. Some people are going to lose their jobs, but progress has to be made. The people who lose their jobs need to be in a society that helps them, though. You know, social safety net, retraining, things like that.
Let's move already.
It's like when I heard all of the cab drivers, and I hope none of your cab drivers will be offended, but like when like the London cabbies protesting and wanting legislative protection from Lyft and Uber, I thought was just insane to me. It's terrible for them. They're losing their livelihoods. It's genuinely terrible. And if I was in their position, I'd be gutted. But unfortunately, why would you take a black cab for the majority of people? You know, when an Uber is faster, unbelievably cheaper. You know, I think that's like one of those jobs where it will still exist in some form, but it'll become much more niche. Because like there's certain people who are still in an economic zone or wealthy enough that they're happy to pay £50 for a cabbie ride, and are happy from the, you know, better service they get from the cabbie. And the knowledge the cabbie has is really impressive. But like for 9 out of 10 people like me, I'm not paying 50 quid for a little cabbie ride. Crazy.
Just watch my back.
I remember one night in London, trying to get home from a club. I was pissed out of my mind, and I just called the cabbie. I wasn't thinking. And he said, "Where to, mate?" And I go, "Stockwell." And I was in the centre of London. And it was like half phasing out and driving and driving and driving. And I looked over onto the thing, and it was like 56 quid. I was like, "Whoa, stop, just let me get out here." I'm like, "I can't." I was like, I was insane. And I wasn't even halfway. That ride would have cost me over like £100. Whereas if I had taken an Uber or a Lyft on that same route, it probably would have taken me like a tenth of that cost.
Retourne par terre. Leaving them here.
Here we go.
It does remove value, but it's artificial value because they have to get the permit. I mean, the thing is, if an Uber driver or a Lyft driver has to be subject to the same regulations that cabbies are, as long as it's the same for me as a consumer, as long as I'm as safe and being driven by someone who is as regulated, I don't give a damn what company they work for. You know, with all the regular caveats that, you know, the drivers are vetted and people's safety is of #1 concern. I mean, it's like when the printing press was invented, all the scribes lost their jobs. It was terrible, but it has to happen, you know. God, I'm on a tear tonight. I got to stop giving all these opinions. I mean, the comments are going to be a trash fire.
Attacking on sight.
J'ai rechargé. No one will cross.
Scanning.
Yeah, come on. The thing is, that's unlicensed cabbies. Very dangerous. Like, I mean, if it was myself and my friends, you know, we're not in danger of getting, you know, hurt or abused or picked up or anything. But for, you know, women, obviously. Like, it was weird. I went on a date earlier this year, and I Ubered there because I wanted to have a drink. And the girl drove there, and I was like, why wouldn't you just Uber? It never even occurred to me that she was like, I can't take an Uber as a single woman by myself. I was like, oh my god, yeah, geez, like, it's, of course. Felt my privilege there, my male privilege there. And obviously I'm not invulnerable, but the chances of me being assaulted or hurt by a cab driver are pretty small. I'm 6 foot, I'm well built, I don't look like a victim is the point. If the guy has a gun or a knife, you know, I'm just as much of a victim, but I live in a very different world.
Shifting their attack!
Who's MVP this mission? I think Mobilny's probably MVP. He's got a bunch of kills, really important moves. He's casually running up, shooting someone in the face, picking up a corpse, and now evacing. Great work.
C'est bon, je parte. I'm not a conveyance.
You are now, love.
Keep an eye on things.
Let's not use
Sure, I'll bring him in.
the Fulton.
Whatever.
I don't have to run the lads around the corpses. God, there's loads of them. Pick up the mech, please. This was a great mission, very profitable, and I believe we managed to get the flawless as well.
Doable.
15 killed, wow. For a 7 to 9 mission. That's a surprising amount of enemies we had to kill, but we did get right down to the end, I suppose. Well done, 18.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
Let's just hope that Raven got the level up. That's going to give her Banish if she gets the level up. Come on, Raven, give me Banish.
Returning as ordered.
It's crazy to think he's at Tech Sergeant level and still only has 64 aim. One thing I'll say for the Skirmisher though, he has that inbuilt ability that gives him an extra 10 aim when shooting at height advantage. Plus the scope on his rifle, plus the, what's it, tracer rounds, getting there.
That our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today.
So Ruffle, for me what hurts the most about his crap aim is the fact that I can't put a elite laser sight on his gun. I feel like I have to give him the scope. Because what you really want is a skirmisher with the laser sight and talon rounds and height advantage. You're shooting at like 60% crit chance. Savior, awesome. Let's think about this though. If you fail a hack, you prevent any negative effects from occurring. Brrr. You can only get one. Healing abilities restore 4 additional hit points. That depends whether we're going to go for restoration at Master Sergeant. But capacity discharge is so good. I think because at the next level I want to go for full override. It's worth then taking failsafe. Because that allows me then to go for riskier hack attempts. Which lets me hack more often, which gets me more successful permanent control of mechs. Stock depth perception, that's nice. How close did she get leveling up wise? 1/3. Oh, she only got 6 XP from that mission. That was nothing. Good lord. You really don't get a lot of XP in this version of Long War, eh? It's hard. Okay, resistance comms in 12 days. Let's put Charlie Rogers in here. Yeah, Ruffle, I agree. It's always restoration at the max level. Okay, let's end the episode there. 52 minutes. Great mission there, lads. We've got a hacked workstation on the way here for Bravo. Alpha now needs to go defend here, which means they're going to be tired, so they're going to have to rest. So it delays doing the headquarters assault even further. Oh well. Where did all those supplies come from? I thought we were broke. Oh, that's right. No, our sold corpses, those supplies are so that when Resistance Comms finishes, I can immediately go make contact with New Indonesia for 80 intel, immediately build a radio relay. Well, no, I don't have to build a radio relay there. I've got 280 intel. I'm going to have 6 contacts. Immediately make contact, build the relay there to get the continent bonus, and then be able to jump across to New Chile. Modern, the income we have isn't uncommon. If you remember, we got up to like 1,800 a month or 1,600 a month in the last campaign. What is remarkable is the fact that only 4 jurisdictions are generating that. As it happens, everyone's gathering supplies now because I've just gone off intel for a bit because I had 2 full squads there. And for the next few weeks, I'm only going to have Bravo squad being active, and they're already infiltrating. Alpha needs to go defend the resistance supply convoy. Then some of the guys will be tired because they just had a mission. We'll let them rest. Hopefully there won't be a Haven assault, but we can expect a Haven assault. The supply convoy attacks and Haven assaults tend to come in clumps. So the headquarters assault just keeps getting delayed, but September, October, I'm starting to get under pressure now with that. At least in... Is it West Asia? That's headquarters. New India, we've done East Asia, we've done 1 liberation. Okay, so at least for the next few months then, we should only be focusing on liberation. I feel like I'm quite behind on my liberation. I'm ahead economically, I'm ahead tech-wise, but I'm very far behind liberation. And you're right, Raffle. If on the supply defense mission we feed as many kills as we can to the Reaper, hopefully she can level up. So alright, YouTube folks, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's going to be 2 episodes a day. Currently on the channel we only have XCOM going. I think it's time we restart a Battle Brothers campaign. I think we need to do a wrap-up episode for the Black Legion, which was the cultist run-through. I think the cultist run-through has run its course. I think before doing Legends mod, I want to do one more vanilla mod run, which is going to be a peasant mob. For a long time I've been saying that the peasants are my favorite. And I finally put together, I have a template for my peasant mob that I think is the way to go. How far did you get with the Black Legion? The Black Legion, we killed the Lerock. We got the Lerock armor. We killed... what did we do? We did the Sea of Orc tents. And I think that's it. We didn't do Witch Hut. We didn't do Kraken. We didn't do Goblin City. We didn't do Barbarian City. We didn't do Library. We didn't do Black Monolith. But I have to admit that if I look at the current cultist squad, they're not the kind of guys that don't have the stats to do any of those. Whereas when we are able to have a peasant mob fully leveled up, with the weight of bodies, and with the setup that I have in mind, it's very shield breaker heavy. It's going to have 5 shield breakers in it, so we're going to have a lot of axes to break shields, to break armor. It's going to do it. Anyway, I think you did more. YouTube folks, thanks for watching. When are we going to relaunch Battle Brothers? I don't know. Maybe next week Monday. I'll see how I feel.